Hey, good morning. I'm horticulturist Gary Bachman, and it's time for another Daily Dose of Hort. If you've been following along with our daily videos, you knew over the 4th of July holiday that I had a bad back. And I had promised I was going to there was a lot of things I promised I was going to do that just didn't get done. And one of them was planting or sowing tomato seeds for the fall tomato crop. Our tomatoes are done now. They're coming out. This weekend. I'm off by a week. But I got to go ahead and get started because if I want tomato plants to go in around August 15th, I've got to get them going now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you again. I know some of you probably missed my spring planting, so here's another shot to see how I do it. I'm going to do all the planting of these tomato seeds. I'm going to use these two 9-cell little trays I've cut down. And I'm going to fill them up with mix, and I'm using this is just my professional here. We'll come over here to the camera, make it a little easier. This is my choice. It's a professional growing mix. This is Jolly Gardener. I'm not going to use germination mix. I really don't think that you have to use that. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to fill this up. And just kind of shake the mix in there. I don't want it all packed in there because I'll add some more at some point. So we'll do that. We'll go ahead and do here. I'm just going to use the scoop just to get it all in one shot there. Shake it off there. Level it off, and we're ready to go. I also like to use these little cut down 9 cells and put them into these hard shell 5x5 containers. I've showed this in the past with the microgreens. These are about 6, 7, 8 times thicker than the normal plastic, and they're going to last a long time. But I put them in like that because then it's easy to move around and such. Now, for the fall season, I tell you, I planted a lot of seeds this summer, and I save seeds, and I use these little baby aspirin bottles, other kind of medicine bottles to hold my saved seeds. But what we're going to do for the fall, and I think I had 21 different varieties of tomatoes this spring. I'm only going to go with 6 in the fall. I'm going to use a little paste tomato that I call Heinz. Again, it's kind of like the ketchup and tomato sauce. And heirloom black Seaman, which for some reason I didn't put in my spring rotation, but I'm going to get it in the fall. It's like a little mahogany with brown shoulders. And I'm going to go with orange blossom. Good spring and summer producer. And I'm also going to try some that I had this summer. This is from Burpee, and it was Super Sauce Hybrid. This Super Sauce produced like softball-sized tomatoes. I was really impressed with that, so I'm going to try that. I'm going to try the Garden Gem from Proven Winners, which is a 2020 Mississippi Medallion winner, and turned out to be a very nice tomato for us. And I think I just picked this one just because I think it's funny. I'm going to grow 4th of July, and it's kind of like we're going to celebrate 4th of July, end of October into November. That's my mindset. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to plant single seeds in each cell. I'm going to use my dibble and punch a hole here, and I'll just do this one tray. But I'm going to use 3 cells, and let's go ahead with orange blossom, and we can dump these out. And there's some orange blossom seeds. Oops, they all kind of get stuck together. Some of these I've saved from this year, some are from last year. But I'm going to take like a pinch and put 4 or 5 or 6 seeds in a cell, and that's going to be the orange blossom. And you might think that that's way too many seeds to put in a cell. Well, this is a technique I learned listening to Joe Lample's Joe Gardener podcast. And he had on an earlier podcast an interview with Greg LaHoulier, who is like Mr. Tomato, author of Epic Tomatoes. And Craig goes ahead and he sows a lot of seeds in one cell, but then when they get bigger, like into their first true leaf stage, you can go in there and tease them all out and then pot them up in pots. And it's just an easy way to start off with a very small area. And I did do a daily dose. Katie, are you doing a... Yeah. I did a daily dose showing the separation of these seedlings. I thought, well, okay, I'll give it a try. Hey, it worked pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and continue sowing here today. And I'm going to have my entire fall tomato crop in 2 5x5 containers and get them germinated. When they're up, ready to separate, we'll come back and visit that again, and I'll show you that it's actually a good technique. So with that, thanks for joining us, and I hope to see you tomorrow for another Daily Dose of Hort.